Live Your Own Fit, Health, Performance and Wellbeing, and today I'm here to show you how to cook a yummy roast chicken dinner from home. It literally will take you under 10 minutes, 5 minutes I think at best to prep, and then it's in the oven. You can forget about it until we turn it over, we add some wine, and then you can forget about it again. But it's a very, very easy recipe. It tastes like something you would think you would have in a restaurant. It is beautiful. So let's get cracking. The reason why I love this recipe is because it's simple, it's tasty, and it's nutritious. So I'll let you know what I've got here to play around with. The veggies, it's literally a quarter, if not less, of a pumpkin. I've got about 3 carrots here, as you can see, 1 large zucchini, and 3 red onions or Spanish onions, and 1 medium-sized sweet potato. There's no rules with the veggies. You can use whatever veggies you've got in the fridge. At this time, we are trying to use as much as possible without any waste. So whatever you've got in there, just throw it in. The reason why I like to keep them quite large and not make them tiny pieces is because the chicken is going to cook about 1.5 hours. So if you cut them up too small, you'll have veggies that get quite burnt. So what I've got here is my chicken. I always try and pick a free-range chicken. And I've put it's a whole chicken, it's raw. And what I do is I put it underneath the tap and I just make sure the water runs through its bottom area and just get all the gunk out. And then I'll pat it dry with a paper towel. And what I'm going to do is just place that into my container here, and then I'll show you what I do with it. So I've just got this nice big bake dish there. And next off, all I'm going to do is just put in the lemon wedges. So I've already squeezed the lemon, got the lemon juice out of the lemon, and now I'm going to just place it up into the carcass. If I had any garlic today, I would also be using garlic cloves. Place into my water jug here the lemon juice from 2 lemons. So I've juiced my 2 lemons. I'm just pouring them into the jug like so. I then have around a quarter of a cup of extra virgin olive oil, and I'm going to pour that into the jug as well. I'm then going to grab my tablespoon, and I'm going to put in a tablespoon of dry herbs. If you've got any fresh herbs, feel free to use them as well. A heaped tablespoon, very generous tablespoon, going in there. And I'm just going to mix it all up with a fork. You're not putting your white wine or red wine in yet. That will go halfway through the cooking process into the pan. So all I'm going to do is put some over the chicken, and I'm going to save the rest for the veggies as well. And just feel free to place the veggies around. If you don't have enough room in the actual pan itself with the chicken, then just get another baking tray out, line it, and then put the rest of the veggies in. I like to try and put as many as possible into the pan with the chicken, just because you get all those nice fats from the skin of the chicken and the real flavoursome taste of your olive oil, the chicken fat combined with your white wine. It's a very, very yummy, succulent taste. And the reason why I call it nonna's roast chicken dinner or the Italian roast chicken dinner is because it does have remnants of those beautiful herbs in terms of the thyme or whatever herbs you choose to use, but also that beautiful white wine. Okay, so that looks pretty amazing. Now I'm going to keep the rest of my veggies for a baking dish. I'll line that and then I'll put those veggies on there too, so we have extra veggies on the table. Keep in mind too, it depends how many people you're serving. You may need to get 2 chickens. It's a really, really economical way to feed your beautiful family. This chicken here cost me about $8. That's a free range chicken. It's not organic, but it is free range from the supermarket. So if you have 2, it's still a very, very cheap feed. What I'm going to do now is just pour the rest of my yummy sauce over here. I do want to save just a tiny bit because I'm going to pour that again when I turn my chicken halfway through the cooking process. I'll just add this rest of the mixture along with my white wine. If you've got a brush now, you could use a brush. I love the brushes just because it gets everything, you know, reasonably coated. And if you want to add any extra olive oil, you can. There's absolutely no rules. I love my salt, my sea salt. I'm using Celtic sea salt today, and the reason why is because it's got a better, a more nutrient-dense profile. It's got more minerals in its makeup, magnesium and the like, and I just take a healthy serving of that. It's probably half a tablespoon, and I sprinkle it on there, and then I'll do the same halfway through as well. You will want to put some water into the pan. So this is a relatively small pan that I'm using today. I'm just going to pour the water in a corner because I don't want to wash away all that beautiful sauce. But you do want to make sure that it fills the whole pan, just because the liquid is going to dry up. And if it dries up too much, that's when everything will come out quite dry. You want to keep everything nice and moist, but I also don't like to clean. So if the baking dish doesn't have to be cleaned as much because it doesn't have burnt remnants of the sauce and the fats on there, I'm very, very happy. So I've preheated my oven to 180 degrees. You can put it in anywhere from 180 through to 220. It's totally up to you. This is probably a medium-sized chicken, so today I'm thinking all up it's going to take around 1 hour and a half. So at the 45-minute mark, I'll check it, I'll see how it's going, and then I'll just turn it over. If it's not particularly cooked through and it's not showing me brown on the breasts, then I'll keep it on this side for a little bit longer and then flip it. So in the oven it goes. It looks like that. It's quite heavy. And this is also a dish I love to cook for elderly neighbours or any friends and family doing it a bit tough. This is one of my fave go-tos because everyone loves it. Well, I'll see you shortly with the finished product and I'll let you know how it tastes. Welcome back. We have now got our chicken out of the oven. The chicken dish that I like to call nonna's chicken or the Italian chicken roast. It looks amazing. It smells divine. I wish you could smell it from there. Halfway through, we did put in that half a cup of the white wine and a little bit extra of that lemon dressing that we had left over. And I also turned the chicken as well, just so we could make sure that the breast got all those nice juices into it as you turn it around. But I'm actually going to turn it back around because this is actually not staying with us. This is actually going to one of our friends to eat. It never looks, you know, amazing when you turn it back around. But I wish you could see it a bit more up close because it just looks divine. What I didn't mention before is I like to cut up another lemon really into thin slices, and then I like to just throw it on top of the mixture as it goes into the oven first up. And that just gives you a divine flavour when you're eating the chicken. There is a lot of sauce in here, so what I'd like you to do maybe before you plate up is you can also always drain some of that sauce into like a gravy boat or into another jar, and you can just have it sitting nice and warm on the table for people to add their own as they go. But yeah, this smells amazing. I'm going to put the recipe on here for you to grab so you can make it for your family, but I'd love to hear your feedback. Let us know what it tastes like, any improvements, any advice that you want to give us, or perhaps you want to give us your grandma's recipe and you'd like us to cook it here for everyone to share with their beautiful family and friends while we're experiencing the tough time that we're in at the moment. But yeah, I can't wait to start cooking more for you and hearing how you've been enjoying the cooking tutorial series. But yes, if you're looking at YouTube right now, please subscribe, please follow us and let us know what you're wanting more of, because cooking is really love made visible, and that's what we want to share. I'll see you next time.